Hello there. This Sunday we'll be treated to a Super Bowl between the Chiefs and the Eagles. A Super Bowl no one outside of Kansas City or Philadelphia don't really care to see. However, if you are a fan of one of these teams, you hope one of your players don't end up on a list like this. Today we're diving into the 5 biggest blunders in Super Bowl history. The Super Bowl isn't just a game. It's a place where legends are made and sometimes fall in spectacular fashion. These are the moments that keep people up at night and the plays that will be remembered for generations to come. Let's get to it. At number 5, we have John Casey's kickoff in Super Bowl 38. It's one of those mistakes that seems so simple, so avoidable, yet so catastrophic. The year is 2004, and we just witnessed one of the most exciting fourth quarters in Super Bowl history. The Panthers have just tied the game at 29 all with 1:08 remaining. All John Casey needs to do is keep the kickoff in bounds. That's it. Just keep the ball between the lines. Instead, the ball sails out of bounds, giving Tom Brady and the Patriots the ball at their own 40-yard line. You can probably guess what happens next. Brady, being Brady, methodically moves the Patriots in the field goal range, and then Adam Vinatieri, being Adam Vinatieri, nails the 41-yard field goal. Game over. Patriots win their second Super Bowl in 3 years. Let's break down just how costly this mistake was. By kicking the ball out of bounds, Casey gifted the Patriots at least 15 extra yards of field position, no time off the clock, and a short field for one of the most clutch quarterbacks in NFL history. At number 4, we have Eugene Robinson's night before. Sometimes the biggest blunders happen before the game even starts. The night before Super Bowl 33, Atlanta Falcons safety Eugene Robinson made a decision that would overshadow anything that happened on the field. Earlier the very same day, Robinson had received the Bart Starr Award for high moral character. Hours later, he was arrested for soliciting an undercover police officer. The timing couldn't have been worse, and the irony couldn't have been more painful. The next day, a visibly exhausted Robinson was burned for an 80-yard touchdown pass from John Elway to Rod Smith. The Falcons, who had been riding high after a miraculous season, never were really in the game and lost 34-19 to the Broncos. This blunder serves as a reminder that Super Bowl mistakes aren't just about what happens between the whistles. The spotlight, the pressure, the moment, it all becomes too much, leading to poor decisions that ripple throughout history. At number 3, we have wide right. It's January 27th, 1991. The Buffalo Bills, led by their explosive no-huddle offense, are facing the New York Giants in Super Bowl 25. The Bills are down by 1 point with 8 seconds left. All eyes are on their usually reliable kicker, Scott Norwood, as he lines up for a 47-yard field goal attempt. The snap was there, the hold was there, but the kick, it started right, and it stayed right in a play that has become known as wide right. The Giants celebrate, Bill Parcells gets his Gatorade bath, but on the other sideline, a different scene unfolds. Norwood, a man who had made countless kicks in his career, stands frozen. His teammates, despite the loss, rally around him. It's a moment that would haunt Buffalo for years to come. What makes this blunder particularly painful is what comes after. This was the start of the Bills' unprecedented 4 straight Super Bowl appearances and 4 straight Super Bowl defeats. This is actually as close as they would come to winning the Super Bowl. Just a few inches to the left, and it could have changed everything. At number 2, we have Pete Carroll's goal line call. A question that Seattle Seahawks fans have probably asked themselves since February 1st, 2015 is why didn't they just run the ball? With 26 seconds left, down by 4 at the Patriots' 1-yard line, with 1 timeout remaining, and with Marshawn Lynch in the backfield, they chose to pass. We all know what happened next. Malcolm Butler jumps the route, intercepts Russell Wilson's pass, and the Patriots seal their 4th Super Bowl victory. But let's really break this down, because this isn't just a bad play call, it's a masterclass in overthinking. Consider these stats. Marshawn Lynch had been stopped for a loss on only 1 of his 24 carries that day. From the 1-yard line that season, Lynch had scored on 5 of 7 attempts, and the Patriots had one of the worst goal line rush defenses that season. The explanation from Pete Carroll and the Seahawks coaching staff was about clock management and having the right personnel on the field. However, the simplest solution is sometimes the right one. When you have a running back in the backfield nicknamed Beast Mode, maybe, just maybe, you should let him try to beast mode his way into the end zone. The aftermath was predictable. Seahawks fans were devastated, football analysts were baffled, and a new entry was added to the lexicon of sports blunders. To this day, whenever someone overthinks a simple decision, you might hear someone say, At least they didn't pass it on the 1 yard line. And at number 1, I'll just simply say Super Bowl 51. Sometimes a blunder isn't just one play. Sometimes it's a series of decisions, a cascade of mistakes, a perfect storm of poor choices that leads to the biggest collapse in Super Bowl history. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the Atlanta Falcons in Super Bowl 51. 28-3. Those numbers will forever haunt the city of Atlanta. With 2:12 left in the third quarter, the Falcons led by 25 points. What followed was not just a comeback, it was a masterclass in how to lose a sure thing. Let's break down the sequence of blunders that led to this historic collapse. First, with 8:34 left in the fourth quarter, Matt Ryan fumbles while getting sacked, giving the Patriots great field position, leading to a touchdown. Then, just a few minutes later, with the ball at the Patriots' 22-yard line, already in field goal range, they somehow managed to move backward again, with another sack and a holding penalty, forcing them to punt instead of kicking what could have been a game-sealing field goal. The mistakes just piled up. Poor clock management, abandoning the run game, unnecessarily aggressive play calling, and defensive fatigue from staying on the field too long, and the offense not staying on the field long enough. We all know how this ends. The Patriots tie it up, win the coin toss in overtime, and Tom Brady, once again being Tom Brady, leads them down the field for the winning touchdown. The first and only Super Bowl to go to overtime ends with the greatest comeback or collapse in Super Bowl history. Now, most of these mistakes can be laid at the feet of Kyle Shanahan, whose play calling led to the mistakes mentioned earlier. However, it was an entire team finding new and innovative ways to lose a game they had all but won. These moments remind us why we love sports. They're unpredictable, they're dramatic, and they're sometimes even cruel. They show us that even the biggest stage in American sports isn't too big for human error, and that sometimes the most memorable moments are the ones that make us wince. So what do you think? What other Super Bowl blunders do you believe deserve recognition? Let me know in the comments below. Please be sure to like and subscribe for future content. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.